I talk all the time that at the end of the day, you can put me in any corporate boardroom downtown. I'll be able to look at a problem and help develop a solution and execute on it. But I can also do the same exact thing in any street corner in the city of Baltimore. And it's that type of transformative leadership that we need now more than ever to connect the dots. See, I was a young boy who grew up in a city that was provided with real opportunity and a real chance. And I know that there's thousands of other young folks that do not have that access to those opportunities today. That's what this campaign is about. We have a clear choice. Are we going to go back to the failed policies of the past, or are we going to push our city in a new direction for the future?
Thank you all for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. We all appreciate it. I, like the others, will give you something different than what we have, the dramatic, and I don't want to talk about what I'm going to do. You'll see what I've done. I called for audits. We finally got audits. I said I'm going to rebuild the outer harbor of our city. We've done a great job with the inner harbor. And I said no more TIFs. No more TIFs unless we give money back to the community. And I just held up a TIF until we gave $4 million to the community around it. And the community gets to decide how that money is going to be spent.
And this is the most important election in our lifetime, and we have to go forward and not move backward. We need new leadership that will take advantage of all the attributes and assets of this city and make this city what it is, what it has to be. I've spent my career in public service serving the city of Baltimore, making our streets safe, fighting for victims of crime, fighting for affordable housing, and for jobs. I've managed hundreds of people, run budget teams, and I know what works in the city and how important it is to have effective government that serves every person in the city and as a partner to business, nonprofits, and communities. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Embry, for mayor.
I opened up my statements by saying that the biggest problem in Baltimore City is the distribution of capital or the lack thereof in certain communities. Right now, there's an urgency of leadership that's going to be transparent, responsible, and accountable. And we sit up here on this panel where more than half of the candidates here are being financed by the exact same corporate interests that have perpetuated the racial disparities and the situation that Baltimore is in today. So I ask you to take a look beyond what you see on TV and what you see in the newspapers and look for substance in the candidates in those harrisforbaltimore.com, Joshua Harris for mayor. Thank you.
As I said earlier, this election is not about ideas, it's about results. That's what we deserve. We've heard enough ideas. As somebody who has been a professional change agent his entire career and who specialized in turning around poor performing operations, I will give us results. It all starts with leadership and better day-to-day management, and that means holding everybody accountable at every level to make sure they're doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. Patrick Gutierrez, abetterbaltimore.org. Check out my website and my song. Thank you, and have a good night.
All right, so for the last, 20 years, the Baltimore City have seen a decrease in population. So that means we are getting, less money within the city. One of the number one reasons why people are leaving the city is they don't feel safe. High taxes, okay? So we need to retain our residents now, and we need to deal with public safety. Who better? Who have firsthand knowledge and experience but me, Gershom Cupid for Mayor of Baltimore. I am from Baltimore. I am Baltimore. I am also the son of Baltimore.
I really did come to Baltimore 33 years ago in that pickup truck, and Baltimore has given me everything that I have. I'm in this race because I fundamentally believe that a kid can graduate from high school in this great city with the skill set that allow them to get the job of their choice, and that life expectancy and infant mortality shouldn't be determined by your zip code, and it is today, and that people can get jobs, and that a young person can move to this city for the promise of not just a good job, but because they can build wealth for their families. The talent is here within us. David Warnock for mayor. Thank you.
Cindy Walsh has a profession, but I also have a nonprofit called Citizens Oversight Maryland. I have been in all the communities for years talking about public policy and working on justice issues, so I'm known all around the city. I have a broad base of support. Don't believe the polls, don't listen to the media who focus on the established people. This is an anti-establishment election, and I'm one of the strongest candidates. Please look at my campaign website, Cindy Walsh for Mayor of Baltimore, and check out my Facebook page, Cindy Walsh /Baltimore. Thank you.
I'm Catherine Pugh, and I'm running to be your next mayor. I have a vision of inclusion. I believe that our city government needs to operate with integrity, honesty, and transparency. I will build a better Baltimore by being more inclusive. We will create a better school system because I will take control of that school system as your next mayor. We will create jobs because jobs is what is needed in this city. We will create communities that will be more inclusive because I will be working and listening to you. I look forward to becoming your next mayor, so I ask you for your vote, and more importantly, take the time to look at what I'm talking about on my website, Catherine Pugh for Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. My name is Calvin Young. You can learn more about me at electcalvinyoung.com. The one time that I disobeyed my mother blatantly was after graduating from Harvard Business School, and instead of taking a $130,000 job, I told her I was going to take no pay and call in every favor I have to run for mayor because my city needed me after Freddie Gray. This is what this election is about. It's about change, not more of the same. For a 21st century city, we need a 21st century leader. And my name is Calvin Young, and I am that leader for you. I want to be that leader. Vote for me on April 26th, and I will be that leader for you. Thank you.
Sheila Dixon, and I'm running for mayor because I know what it takes to revive, rebuild, and reclaim this city. And in doing that, I want all of you in this room to be a part of that process because I know that we have every key ingredients to be a successful city. But what do we have to do? We have to remove the politics. Politics makes Baltimore a weak city. I'm the kind of public servant that can not only serve, but that will be inclusive and involve all of you in doing and being involved in what happens and keeping our public safety and reducing crime and creating schools that are going to be open all day, et cetera, et cetera.